Hey guys, what's going on? It's Bayou Pyro. So I mentioned that I wanted to do a medical bag first aid kit series, and I wanted to review the medical bag and first aid kits that I had on hand at the time, and I still intend to do that. However, I've been searching the internet, and I found this bag from Surviveware online, and I ordered it. They sent it to me, and I have been really impressed with this bag. Now, the kits that I have, first aid kits, the medical bag that I have, the first aid kits that I have, I built them all myself. Bought the basic kit and then added the things that I felt like I needed or wanted in a first aid kit or a trauma kit or a hemorrhage kit, and I built them myself. It's cost me some money, it's cost me some time, but I felt like that's what I wanted. Up until that point, I had never really found, I've done a lot of research and I never really found anything that I felt like was an adequate bag in and of itself. However, that was before Surviveware. So I was researching some first aid kits for my mom, and she was interested in something similar to what I had, something a little bit more than what you can buy at Walmart or CVS or Walgreens, just your basic first aid kit, but not something that you would carry for a range bag for really bad traumas like gunshot wounds or things like that. So came across this. Apparently they're a fairly new company. They're a small company, a husband and wife who started this company. And so I want to show you this kit because, like I said, I've been really impressed with what I found. I just came today. I just opened it up. So you're basically going to be seeing what I'm seeing as I'm going through it. I've kind of gone through it real quickly just to see. But this is going to be a pretty raw video. As you know, I don't do any of the editing and all that crap. I don't have any intros or anything. So you're going to see some pausing and stopping because I don't have a tripod and all that. So I'm trying to do this one-handed. So, like I said, I intend to go through my first aid kits after this. But I did want to show you this because I think it is a very good kit for somebody as is, standalone. You could probably add a couple of things, which I'm going to do. Some hemostatic gauze, some clotting agents and things like that, just for my mom. She probably won't ever use them. But as it is, this kit is a good kit straight out of the bag. I would highly recommend it to people who are looking for a very good, decent first aid kit. That being said, let's get into it real quick. So it is from Surviveware, as you can see. It is a 600 denier bag, which doesn't sound like a lot. However, it's double layered. It is a very sturdy bag. It's very good quality, very tough feeling. You can see that it's got the Fast-Tech buckle clip right here on it with the strap. It's kind of hard to see. You might be able to see it a little bit, but this ribbing around the outside of the bag is actually reflective, which is really nice. In a dark environment, you shine a flashlight or something on that, and that'll show up really well. It's got two handles. It's got a handle so you can carry it like this. It's got a handle on top so you can carry it like that. It's got a couple of D-rings right here. A molly on the back so you can attach that to other things. It's got different loops on it. It's just a real nice kit. It also pulls away, so you can disconnect it like that. So what you can actually do is you can release that, and then you can attach that to a headrest or to a tree if you're outside or some other something. And when you get ready to go, that'll just pull off just like that. And then this bag, is free, just like that. So that's pretty neat. So I'm going to pause the video real quick. I'm going to unzip this. It's got dual zippers on it. I'm just going to unzip it, and then I'll open it up and show you what's inside. Okay, so we've got this unzipped, and then what we're going to do, we're going to turn it here. You can see the Surviveware logo. It's a couple of band-aids in the form of a cross. I thought that was pretty neat. So we're going to open this up, and you just unfold it just like this. And what I thought was really neat, you got this pack right here on top. The very first thing that you come across on this pack when you open it up is a little first aid book. And I thought that was pretty neat. Now, this is not a very in-depth book, but it shows you the basic things, first aid and CPR that you might need. You're obviously not going to be a doctor when you read this, but I thought that was pretty neat. That's right there on top. First thing when you open them, you set that off to the side. This is this is labeled your personal pouch, and that's what I like a lot about this bag. When you open it up, everything's labeled. So whatever you're looking for, there it is, right there. You can find it. And this is labeled personal, so you can put whatever personal items you want in here. Right now, when the kit, as you get it, comes with some personal medication bags, which is pretty neat. So you can put your own personal medications that you have in there. That's one thing about this bag. It does not come with any medications, which is not necessarily a bad thing. You can put whatever medications that you want or need in there. That also adds to the price when they start putting things like acetaminophen or Tylenol, ibuprofen, things like that in there, things that you may or may not want or need, and that increases the price. And you can add that in yourself. You can tailor it however you want it, whatever you need. So I thought that was pretty neat. They also have an individual ice pack right here, and this personal bag right here. And they also have a plastic bag, which is pretty neat because you can put all your trash and things after that, things in there after you get done, and just dispose of it. So what this does, this thing is really neat. It just opens up just like this. Now, like I said, I just took this out. I haven't even removed anything from it. I've just looked through it just to see what was in it, and you're seeing this basically kind of like I am. So what I want to do is show you this real quick. I thought this was really neat. This is an individual kit. This is an individual little first aid kit. It's got a little webbing on the back here, so you can take this out. You put this in your glove box. You can take it with you. You can put it on your belt. Let's see if I can get this opened up with one hand. It's got double zippers on it. It's just your very basic first aid stuff. Pretty neat. It's got some gloves. safety pin. It's got a little pair of scissors. Got multiple sizes of band-aids right there. You got some bandage, some cling right there. Some tape. Some splinter removals. Now, what those are basically, those are just diabetic lancets. You just remove that little round tip on the end, and there's a needle underneath that, and you can pick out the splinters. So that's pretty neat. I've got some Q-tips. A CPR face shield, face mask, in case you need to perform CPR. And there's some gauze and a combine pad, combine dressing. So that's pretty neat, just for a little individual first aid little packet there that you can throw in your glove box, you can bring with you. I'm going to pause this video just a minute. I'm going to put that stuff back in there, and then I'll be right back and finish the rest of the kit. Okay, so I got the individual little kit replaced and put back together and off to the side. So we're going to go through the main part of the kit here, which I think is really neat. You can see each individual little compartment is labeled, so there's no question as to what's in there. If you need something real quick, you can go right to it. You got your trauma shears right here. You can see I haven't even taken the wrapping off of those yet. You've got emergency blanket right here, your Mylar blanket for hypothermia or shock treatment. And this is another thing that I like. If you look real close, each pocket is labeled, and the item that's in the pocket is also labeled the same thing that's in the pocket. So emergency blanket is labeled emergency blanket. Splinter probes are labeled splinter probes. So that I thought that was pretty neat, because that like I said, there's no question as to what you're looking for and what you're going to get. And you need something quick, you need to go to it, it's labeled. So we got your emergency blanket, you got your splinter probes, which I said, those are basically just diabetic lancets that you can buy off the shelf. You just remove the tip of those. There's a little needle on the end, and you can use that to probe splinters out. You got your burn kit right here. You got some burn gel in there. This is pretty neat. I'm not going to worry about putting those back in there right now. You got your skin cleaning wipes. So in here, you got your alcohol prep pads. You've got sting relief pads underneath those, and you've got antiseptic towelettes, which I would not recommend anybody. I know a lot of people talk about cleaning wounds and things with that. If you've ever poured alcohol on a wound, you know what it feels like. Alcohol prep pads are not used to clean wounds. They burn like crap. They're used to clean surfaces, to clean your hands. Don't ever clean a wound with alcohol, which I'll go into in one of my other videos to come. You got your gloves here. You've got nitrile gloves. These are non-latex. There's about 4 pairs of those in there, which is really neat. You got your safety pins, which go along with your triangular bandages right here. You've got a emergency whistle, which is really neat in case you need to try to alert somebody if you're lost or try to get somebody's attention. You've got 2 triangular bandages right here. You got a CPR kit, which is a CPR face mask, face shield, in the event that you need to perform mouth-to-mouth resuscitation on somebody. You've got hypoallergenic adhesive tape, which I'm going to add a couple extra rolls of medical tape to that just to have, but that's pretty neat. That's waterproof tape. Right up here you have wound dressings. So you've got bandages for wound dressings. You get 2 of those. Right there. Right here you've got your conforming bandages. They're basically, what that is, that's cling. Or Curlex or whatever. It's got several different names. You use that to wrap around gauze or bandages on wounds. You got a couple of different sizes of those. You got 6 total right there. It's pretty neat. You got pressure bandages in case you've got bleeding. This is basically just an elastic ace wrap. So you can either use that for sprains or strains, or use that for bleeding. And you have bandage here, which that's basically an emergency trauma dressing or an Israeli bandage. And it's not labeled that, but that's what it is. There's sterile gauze on that, or you can use gauze and wrap that around a wound and then use this clip right here to secure it to apply pressure to the wound. It's pretty neat. Then over here you have your gauzes and things like that. You've got eye pads. So if you have any type of eye injury, you can irrigate that and place those pads over that. There's 4 of those in there. You can see that the compartment is labeled iPads, and that's labeled iPad as well, so you know that's what that is. You've got cotton gauze swabs right here. Once again, it's labeled exactly what it is. It's pretty foolproof. Cotton gauze swabs. Goes right in there. There's 3 of those, I think, in there. You've got combine dressings, which are like ABD pads. There's 1 of those in there. I'm going to add a couple extra to that. I'm going to go over those too in my first aid kit that I have. And then you have non-adherent wound dressings. Once again, here's the beauty of this kit. That's labeled non-adherent wound dressing. And this is non-adherent wound dressings. So there's no confusion. You know what goes where it is, where it's labeled. There's 4 pads in that, and then there's 4 4x4s and 2 2x2s, I believe, in that. And then in your wound closure section, you've got various different types of band-aids, steri strips, and butterfly bandages. Once again, it's labeled adhesive dressing And wound closures right there on the bag. Pretty foolproof. And you've got a pair of tweezers right there. And then right in the corner here, it's kind of hard to see, our fever scan strips. These are basically just temperature probes that you take and you place on someone's forehead, and they will tell you if they have a fever or not. That way you don't have to carry a thermometer with you. And it's those fever scan strips. All right, so that's the bag. Like I said, that's from Surviveware. I think that is a top-notch bag as is. I'm going to add a few things to it, some hemostatic gauze, some medications, a few things like that. Kind of tailor it a little bit more to my needs, or actually to my mom's needs. Like I said, she doesn't need a trauma kit, but she needs a little bit more than just a plain boo-boo kit with just some Band-Aids in it. I highly recommend Surviveware. Like I said, it's a mom and pop, it's a husband and wife, mom and pop, small business. They're very personable, very personal. I actually had an email from the lady that is co-owner of the company. She wanted to know if I got my bag, if it was up to my expectations. It was a personal email. I thought that was really neat. There is a discount code that I have that I can give if you're interested in them. And then I will also say that they did include, since this is, they have two kits. They have a small kit, which is about $35. It's a small first aid kit. It's probably most that any person would ever need. Then they have this kit. This kit is $100, including the bag and the items in the bag. And their first kit, their small kit, was so popular that they created this larger bag at the request of a lot of their customers. I will say that they included a special gift for being one of the first people to buy their large kit. It was a pretty nice gift, I will say that. It didn't cost me anything. They are a fine company. I highly recommend them. If you're interested, give me a shout, comment. I'll give you my contact information so you can try to get one of these kits. And like I said, it is a good kit in and of itself. You add a couple of things extra to it, and you've got probably more than anybody will ever need in a first aid kit, and even more. So this is I wanted to review this and let you know that I'm really impressed with this kit. I will be doing my own personal kits, first aid trauma kits, my bleeding, my hemorrhage kits, and my medical bag kit. And I'll be doing those, but I did want to go ahead and do this as is because I'm going to be adding some things to this, and I will be giving this to my mom, kind of personalizing it for her, but I wanted to do it as is. Like I said, I just got it today, so you see exactly what's in there and make the decision for yourself. If you're interested in it, let me know. I will give you that discount code, and highly recommend this company, highly recommend this bag, this first aid kit. Good kit, good company. Support those small businesses like that, and you got a good kit right here for most of your medical needs. So Bayou Pyro. Hopefully I'll get my other first aid kits up here. I'll get these videos done and get those uploaded before too long. And like I said, if you got any questions, comments, or whatever, put them down below, and I'll try to answer them. Send you a discount code if you're interested in it. It's a Bayou Pyro. We'll catch you on the flip side.